Hello to myself and everybody else. This is video 67. So far, this is another rambling video, and this is basically the last rambling video of 2025. So far, for this video, I would just go over some stuff like I normally do. So far, just to start off, I'll say how my year has been so far for 2025. So far, my year it's been okay. Because again, starting off, it was like the last semester I had in college, like being at the dorms. And that, again, was actually okay that last year. Really wasn't too hectic or anything. Because I got to quit computer science, which was a really good thing. And then after that, it was the summer. And I got to basically convince my parents to let me stay home. So basically the semester after summer, I just took all my classes online, stayed home, didn't have to worry about going back. So that was a huge amount of stress and a lot of money I didn't have to spend at college. But yeah, so far again, this semester, I've just been home for the second half of the year. Graduated not too long ago, this month in December. And so far, that's really mostly it. Again, graduating wise, it does kind of suck that I didn't achieve the goal I wanted to before I finished college, because I really did want to be able to just leave college, have some video games made, and then just at least be able to make some money off of them, or at least learn how to make decent games or something. But so far, I've just been working on this one game for several years, and basically I've been using it as one big learning experience, which again there's nothing wrong with that, because that's the whole purpose of it as well. Been working on Buy Some Milk the whole time, and so far again, I'm glad with how it came out. I'm still working on story 5. I still got some time left to work on that and everything, but yeah, so far again for this year, like I said, it's been okay. Making some progress in art and everything. Worked on my game. Finally done with college. And I kind of feel a bit useless because I have a degree but didn't learn anything in college. So that's an entire thing I'll go over slightly in a bit. I went over that enough, so I won't really harp on it too much. But again, just a thing to bring up later. But so far, what I really got planned for next year. So far, for next year, I said something I'm going to do is with my art books. Basically, I have a lot of art books I've bought over the span of maybe 2 years or something. And basically with these videos, I've only been working with 2 of them. The cartooning one by Jack Ham and the figure drawing one by Jeff Millum. And so far, I've gotten other art books. I've been glancing at those, and basically I've just been learning stuff from the other art books when I get stuck on the Jeff Millum book, or when I get stuck in the cartooning one. So I'm gonna next year, basically I'm gonna try to just go ahead and get through the Jeff Millum book. I'm gonna just try to go ahead and get through that book, then go ahead and just glance at other books such as The Marvel Way, because that one has some pretty decent information in it for figure drawing, or basically a way to draw armature in a simplified way that I've kind of started using it. I'm talking weird. Basically started using. Then I have other books as well, such as another book by Jack Ham, which is another figure drawing book. That one I've been using for the simplified way of making figures and everything and stuff like that too. So basically I stopped using the armature from the Jeff Millum book, the book I've been making all those videos on for figure drawing. Basically I kind of stopped using that, and I'm using the really simplified way from the Jack Ham book, because that, it just 100% has been way easier to use, and I most likely am just gonna keep working with that the whole time. And then basically the simplified skeletons I've been working on in the Jeff Millum book, Again, I may keep using those afterwards. I might not. I really don't know. Basically, I'm just going to keep working with a book, get through that, get to level 3 with the simplified volumes, work with that. When I'm done, I'm basically going to make a review of that book, basically just saying like what I recommend buying this book, was it useful, things like that and everything. Because I've also, that's another thing too I wanted to talk about, like I basically started making reviews of some of the art books I have, basically just like any art book where any of the information in it, it's really not like in depth, so I don't really need to like harp on the information for a long time. Like for example, there's a review, like it should be out eventually, probably like next, well, whatever. If somebody watching this in the future, it'll probably already be out. But basically, I made one on like some books I have called the Monster Book of Manga. I got like 3 of those books, and so far those books basically, there's nothing in them really too in depth. It's basically just here's a bunch of topics on like how to draw certain characters, and then even then it really doesn't give anything like specific for beginners. It's mostly just here's information that's probably useful for intermediate people who draw, or advanced. Beginners, you probably want to find another book, or basically if you trace a lot of stuff then it might be useful, but who knows. Like that's basically the whole thing right there. So like that book, I'm reviewing that. Some magazines I bought from like I think 2005 or something, again just because they got some interesting information in it, just review that and everything. I'm basically just gonna like review those books because why not? It just will give me a chance to like look through some stuff, and it helps me catalog what I have. So eventually if I just go, okay, what books that I have again, I can just like look at my reviews and go, okay, I should probably look in this book or try this one or something. So basically just things like that. So far, another thing I said I'm going to do is like in 2026, I'm going to try to finish Buy Some Milk, because I still have a while left. Like I'm currently, at the time of making this, I have I think 12 levels left to make, around like I think 5 bosses, and then a bunch of cutscenes, and then music, then like a title card for the game and everything. Like I got a lot of stuff left to make. So I'm going to try to finish that in 2026. It'll probably take some time, but I need to like finish that. Because in reality, I meant to finish it in 2025, but again, a lot of stuff just been going on. So basically that. So that's another thing I'm going to do in 2026. So basically just continue with my art books, but try not to like take too long, because I'm going to like look at other art books as well. And I'm going to just like review some of the art books I have. Try to finish Buy Some Milk, Story 5. Another thing I said I wanted to do was basically because with, I'm trying to say how to phrase this. Basically, when I was in college, again, you already know, well, I know personally, I didn't learn a thing. College was horrible, and I legit regret ever going there, being forced to go there. It was a waste of time, waste of money. I would never recommend anybody to go to college. It was just flat out bad. Again, like, and even with that, I'm biased with my own experience, because again, like the teachers I had, they just had the attitude of, you should just know everything, even if you're here to learn, we're not going to teach you. And then my technical college I went to, turns out the president was like stealing a bunch of money from the school, so that explains why the classes were really bad for the computer part of it and everything. So that's like a whole thing. Plus they even lost their like accommodations or credited, like basically if you took classes there, no college would accept the credits, because it was basically confirmed that you weren't learning anything there. So yeah, I think they got them back now, but it's still a thing where, yeah, just like it basically confirms everything I said about the school. Just, it's really ridiculous. But basically because of that, I didn't learn any programming that I wanted to learn to be able to make video games. So because of that, I'm going to like try to learn how to program a language, or basically I'm going to learn a programming language. And the reason for that is because, again, I want to be able to make video games. Basically, I am using Game Maker and just like making stuff. But again, it's basically kind of for like the job aspect of stuff in the future. Because, again, I graduated college, and the only job I ever had was like tutoring in technical college, because I was like the only person who took the computer classes. So because of that, they had me be a tutor for some reason, which is terrible logic, but like just how it worked out. And that's basically the only like job experience I have. So I just gotta like figure something out about that, because I never really had an internship or anything at college because I didn't have any time to do anything other than just do schoolwork that wasted my time. And then when I tried to like come up with an idea to have free time to do other stuff, everybody kept shooting that down and said it was a really stupid idea. So yeah, like just any idea I had was apparently really stupid. Now that I'm like royally dicked over, everybody's like, well, how come you didn't do this? So just a entire thing of that, which is really annoying. But yeah, like basically I have no experience, like work experience whatsoever. I got no skills, no talents. Like the only thing I can do is really just like research a lot of information for papers, because I've had to type so many papers about nothing my entire school career that I'm good at just like typing a bunch of papers, doing a bunch of research, because that's basically all they had me doing. Since they didn't want to teach me anything, I just had to look everything up on my own. So because of that, it's like I just have to like try to figure something out. So basically, I'm assuming, because I have another person who graduated from the same college I did with the same degree. He graduated maybe like, I'm trying to think, like 2, maybe 3 years ago. And he's still having a hard time finding a job because, as far as I know of, he didn't learn anything there at college either. The only thing he said he really learned was like Italian. But that's something he just got like interested in. So he's trying to like look in like translating stuff, but like nobody's really hiring him for anything. So, because I guess because it's like really specialized, so that's probably why. But so because of that, it's like he's been looking for several years for like a job, and he's been working in like multiple places and locations with like, well, so I don't want to like list any random place, but like basically he's just been like working random jobs. So that's something I'm probably going to end up having to do. Basically jobs that have nothing to do with his degree whatsoever. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to have to just like figure something out. Basically, if I look into getting a job, it'll probably be like in February or something, because I want to like try to wrap some stuff up and like keep making progress, like things like that, so I can just like try to just get some stuff down, because I really doubt I'm going to get like a programming job, because I don't know really how to work with a team, because I never really programmed with anybody, so I have no idea really how to do most of that stuff, and I just gotta figure something out. But yeah, basically the whole point of this, basically with the C++ stuff, I'm going to learn that as my language for programming. Basically with that, I picked C++ because mostly in school, a lot of the time they made us use C sharp or just C. I think one time they made us use C+. But so far I just looked up some languages to see what I should learn, and so far I just tied it towards video games. And so far the main language I got recommended was like C++, because Unreal Engine uses C++ to like program stuff. So because of that, I was like, go ahead, learn C++, use that so I can just have an advantage. So when I want to work on like 3D games, I can just know how to use the software and everything. So that would just be really useful for that. And yeah, I started to learn how to like model and everything and use the software itself for Unreal Engine, but still, just various stuff like that. I just still gotta like work and do what I have to do. But basically, I picked C++, and I just wanted to just, because again, I hear that it's also good for like making other stuff as well. So again, C++, I'll just give that a shot, just see what to learn, get the basics down, and then just, I don't know, see what I can do. I really have like no plan beyond that, just basically just to say I kind of know the basics of a language. That's really it. So, but yeah, that's really the whole thing there and stuff too. For next year, that's my like biggest plan. It's just like, again, move on with my art books so I can just knock a whole bunch of art books out and just, get past stuff, work with a bunch of different art books, try different methods out, so I won't just get stuck with one book like I have been. I can just try different methods, move forward, and hopefully by the time I make my second year-long self-review, when it hits like the first Tuesday in October of 2026, I at least will be able to hopefully, one, draw a 3D like figure. Well, mostly that's all I want, to be able to draw like a 3D figure, maybe get like poses and stuff down, and with my cartooning, hopefully I'll get better and be able to like design some characters or something. Because so far I already have like two, like Buh and Squaw. Again, the name sounds stupid, but it's like an inside bit, really. But basically just like those two, I have their like facial features design, but drawing the head, I still really can't do that yet. I'm not good at doing it. Even though I've been working on that junk for like a year, I still can't draw a head for some reason. So I just need to practice and work on that on my own just to see what's up. But same thing with drawing hair. I'm still terrible with that. I keep trying everything under the sun, but I'm still just like not good at it. So I just need to practice that more. And so far I tried to like work with some forums and everything. Like I need to like join other forums just to like practice stuff, get in communication with people, so I can just like, get to just talk to some people and learn with other people or something. I need to just find something and just do something. But yeah, just ideas like that. But yes, so like I said, just move forward in my art. So hopefully by next year I'm able to at least draw a 3D figure, and then from there I can focus on putting details down. Because once I can draw a 3D figure, I'm going to like practice in pixel art to like just try to do something. Because again, it feels like getting the drawing part down with pencil and paper and all that, even digital, helps me with pixel art. Because having to be very precise with line art and then going to something like pixel art, where I can be generalized, it feels like it makes it a bit easier. So again, I'll just see what I can do once I start making a 3D figure and all that. So yeah, that's the whole thing for next year. So far, the book reviews, so far I'm going to try not to order any more books. I keep saying that, but I keep ordering more. I'm going to try to just review some books. Again, they're old, but just review some so I can just like get some stuff out of the way, have some videos in my backlog, so I can just like, if I eventually get a job, I can just like have stuff already set up and made, and not have to rush all the time. I'm also going to try to finish Buy Some Milk Story 5, so that's a whole thing next year. I get that done, I want to work on some smaller projects so I can like, again, learn how to make music, learn how to make pixel art, just try to get better. So try to do that and everything. Try to learn how to program in C++ so I can know how to program in an actual other language other than Game Maker and possibly be useful for something. So again, that's something that'll be useful to be able to do. And basically I said look for the job and everything like that, so that's a whole other thing. But yeah, that's the entire thing of that. So far, just how I'm feeling personally and everything. Basically, again, about my art and everything, I do feel like basically I was kind of struggling a little bit with just drawing some stuff. Because again, I've been like using the Jeff Millen book the whole time, focus on only using that book. Now I'm finally going to just like use other methods, other means, not really just harp on just using one book till the end. Just work on multiple things, see what I can do, see what's useful and what's not. So basically, again, all of next year, I'm just going to like basically make a bunch of videos where it's like introducing new books, using stuff from different books, just things like that. But yeah, I'm kind of getting off topic again. Just basically, again, just about my art. I feel like I'm improving a bit, like at least with again, the stuff in the Jeff Millen book, the figure drawing. Basically, the armature I'm using simplified way from another book, and the skeleton I do feel like I got better with the rib cage a little bit. I still need to work on perspective, and the 3D part of the pelvis I'm still struggling with. Again, a lot of that stuff I'm probably going to stop using once I get past it in the book, but still just trying everything I can. So yeah, on my art, I feel like I'm improving slowly, but I am improving. So I'll just keep trying and working with that. About how do I feel about my game? Again, everything feels like it's going pretty good. I feel like I'm making progress, especially now that I have like a schedule. Because now it's like on the weekend I'm trying to like work on my game and knock some other stuff out. And then during the weekday, I'm like practicing drawing and editing. Or really, I'm not practicing editing. I'm just like editing my videos to get them out. But basically, again, I'm just like making videos, editing, drawing and stuff during the week. During the weekend, I'm working on my game. So yeah, I'm just trying to make progress and stuff like that too. Cause I'm trying not to rush. I just want to like try to improve on things. So a definite thing I'm going to do. And so far, how do I feel about me just like finding a job? Again, I feel really useless because again, I really don't have any skills. I have no talents. I have no idea how to do anything. And all that's like a really big problem because with me not knowing how to do anything whatsoever, it's like I know nobody's really going to want to hire me to do anything, so that's a really big problem right there. Because just going like, what skills do I have? Like, because basically, a thing I did too in one of my classes was ethics. We had to make a resume and things like that too, so just to see how we would make one. And so far, my teacher was like, you don't have any more skills? Why don't you put down stuff you learned from your classes or a programming language or something? And I'm like, I have not learned a single programming language. I have not learned anything whatsoever. So me putting down like, oh, I learned how to program something, that would not help whatsoever because then they could easily prove you didn't learn how to program anything. That's something easily they can test for. So I'm not going to put that down. Basically, again, I just learned how to do research, how to type papers, and that's really it. So I really have, again, like really no useful skills or talents whatsoever. Also, I have like no confidence in like being able to help anyone else like make a game. So that's another thing as well that I know like I can't really put anything down and say I can do. So yeah, just like again, looking for a job. My hopes are really low. I'm probably going to be working at like a Walmart or Dollar Tree or something like that. Just while I like learn other things and try to get skills up or something. Like while I'm also just like working on my games and just trying to like get better, build a career out of that. But being realistic, that's probably going to take like a very long time to do. So yeah, like I basically I am just kind of nervous when it comes down to the job thing. So that is basically just how I'm feeling on that. And basically just overall, just like, basically just again, just overall, just personally and everything, it's like, again, I do feel more confident in just my personal work that I can get it done, and I just need to like get more focused a bit. And then just like everything else, again, just like life and all that, just again, just I need to figure some stuff out and just like try my best, and that's really it. So I'm gonna try. So 2026, like I said, just try to improve, try to just change some stuff, And yeah, mostly I've just been talking about my art a bunch in this one video, but that's like the main thing I've been working on, so that's really why. Because music, I really haven't worked on that at all, because I'm working on that once I get through my game, so it's going to take a while for that. But yeah, so far just with my art, like I said, that one I'm going to make a bunch of videos. I'm going to try not to like harp on one book for a very long time. I'm going to try to just like work with multiple things, show off the techniques that I've learned and help me. So basically just make a video, introduce a book, then if there's something in the book I found useful, make a video on that. So I'm probably going to be all over the place with books. Then every now and then I'll just like practice, just make like another playlist and just call it practice or something, where I just go in, practice random stuff like cartooning, figure drawing, anything like that, just to see what I can do just every now and then. So yeah, again, just coming up with plans, and I'm just adding a lot of stuff on my plate. But again, to get better, I need to practice and I need to do stuff. So that's just completely on me. So yeah. But if basically, I think I just covered everything like that too. So 2025, how that went, graduated, I feel useless, but at least I'm like still working on stuff. 2026, I'm going to try to keep working on stuff and get better and improve. And so far, we'll just see how things go by the first Tuesday in October. So hopefully by then, I'll have big progress, a lot more stuff under my belt, and hopefully I'll be able to do more things, because hopefully I'll finish Buy Some Milk Story 5. So just to see how that goes. Also, yeah, just unrelated, because again, I'm the only person watching this, but again, just as of now, like December 31st, 2025, yeah, so far I checked Game Jolt. Well, Game Jolt was like nothing there, but I checked Itch, where my game is uploaded. Yeah, apparently for some reason, a lot of people downloaded my game. Like, it's probably not a ton to other people, but it was like, I think 31 people downloaded like basically all of my games. So it's like, again, pretty cool. I hope somebody leaves a comment or review so I can like learn what I'm doing good or bad and stuff like that. I really just hope to improve. But yeah, again, just keep working, and I still gotta work on my marketing. Like I said, I need to join a forum or something. But yeah, I'm just not used to communicating with other people, because I'm usually by myself most of the time. So, but yeah, just again, just I'll see what I can do. So yeah, but with that and everything out of the way, so far, just see how 2026 goes, and again, I'll just keep working and seeing if I can improve and get better. So that's mostly it. So I'll go ahead and just stop the rambling and just go ahead and end the video. So to myself and everybody else, see you in 2026.